Welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl, Kamie Crawford. And today is a very exciting day because I have the woman who predicted my future, Moonlight Guidance. She is a tarot reader, a psychic, and an astrologist. Moonlight, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. What a lovely introduction.
No, you don't understand. You really changed my life. There are a lot of people I'm sure you've seen at this point on TikTok who are tarot readers, quote unquote. Everybody has cards. Anybody who has money to buy cards, I don't know how much cards are, maybe $20.95. Anyone who has $20.95 can become a tarot card reader, quote unquote, on TikTok, on the internet. But like, you're the real deal. And I can say that because my first reading with you, you predicted not only my boyfriend, but my career transition and the things that I was going to be going through and the new projects that I was going to be doing. How do you feel about like skeptics that see your work and feel like, you know, is this even legit? Like, how do I know that this is going to work for me?
So happy for you, especially with everything that was mentioned. And, honestly, skeptics exist in any industry. Even people that ask me what I do for a living, sometimes they'll just give you the side eye and be like, really? Like, you're a tarot reader? I have to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I didn't jump on the podcast straight away when you asked me, is because I really wanted to ensure that you saw a result or you felt something. And then, we can have like this conversation about it, because essentially, in the beginning, you might sit in front of me and be like, is it really going to happen? Like, what you said is really going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And people can be very skeptical until they see a result of something happening. So it's really just about being patient. Honestly, I've just gotten to a place of acceptance and it's totally fine.
Well, I think also a part of it comes from there being so many shisty scammers out there and like people who are taking advantage of people who have hope or, who are hopeless and need some kind of sign, something that they're looking for. I mean, people are looking for hope and you bring people that. And I love your videos. I love all of your content. It's not that I've been a skeptic. I've honestly, part of the reason why I think I never had a reading done or been to a psychic or anything like that is because I was scared. Like, especially when you're in, and it's talking about like relationship specific things or career specific things, when you're going through a shift or when you're in a relationship that isn't good for you, the idea of going to someone who may have the answer that you're not looking to hear, but is true, can be scary. So with that being said, are you ready and willing to do some readings for our listeners who have written in?
Sure. Why not? Yes. Let's go for it.
Yes. What kind of cards do you use, by the way? I don't know anything about anything, but.
I just use the normal like Rider-Waite deck, but you know what? They make so many versions of it, in all honesty. So
is there any kind of like particular zone you have to be in? Like, or now does it just come to you without you having to like prep for a reading?
Like before, I would have to meditate before I read, before I would have to really channel and try and be very, very calm. But now it kind of just comes to me, and I usually just cleanse and sage my cards, so it's all just ready to go.
Here we go. Here's the first one. Do you want the name and the sign first, or do you want the backstory first?
Yeah, you can give the backstory and then the sign.
Okay, great. Okay, so my name is Lauren, and I am a Cancer. My husband and I have been struggling with infertility for 2.5 years. Will I get pregnant in 2023? Love, love, love the podcast and listen every week religiously.
See? Speaking of birth and speaking of children, we literally have the star card, which is to do with birth and to do with healing and to do with new energy. And you also have the Page of Cups, which is a surprise energy. So I do feel like 2023 is your year of having or conceiving a child specifically, which is really, really beautiful. And you've literally got the Four of Wands, which is such a beautiful, prosperous and auspicious card, which represents family and celebration. And you've also got the Knight of Swords as well, which really does show that there's a beautiful energy incoming. So this is a very solid yes. We've got 4 cards that show a yes, and the card of birth, which is actually, do you know what? The star card is a miracle card. So I think that really just goes to show how beautiful this reading is. So happy for you. It's lovely.
Why do I want to cry? That was really beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right. The next one is from Portia. She is a Gemini sun and moon and rising in Sag, but she's a Gemini. She said, I went through the most traumatic relationship of my life last year, infidelity that resulted in another woman's pregnancy. He was very close to my children, and after I left him, he gave no closure to my children. This is after having survived a divorce a few years before. Is there any hope for my love life in 2023?
I'm so sorry to hear about that. It's obviously not nice, but let's see what 2023 holds for you in regards to your love life. So, oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I wish I could see. Well, first of all, even if I could see, I wouldn't know what they say.
I'll show you. Okay, so we definitely have a king energy. This is really good because this is a mature person. This is someone who is emotionally available. This is someone who's going to take action towards you, make things work towards you, invite you places, show you and care for you the way that you would care for them. You've got the Six of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful mutual energy. And what's really beautiful about the Six of Pentacles actually is that it's an energy of balance. And essentially that's something that you feel, was really difficult in your past relationship. You've also got water and fire as a combination here. And again, that shows so much balance where this person is not going to be lazy. They're not going to be like a child. They will be super, super understanding, caring, respectful, really, really genuine towards you, and also very honest and loyal, which I think is something, especially after what you've been through in the past, is really just going to make you feel good. And it's going to make you feel like you can trust this person. And it's just super balanced. It's very loving. It's very full of passion and excitement and intimacy, which is something that will just really make you feel very happy. And even though right now it can be very hard to believe that this is going to happen, I really feel that you will feel so incredibly happy when it does happen, because this person is really, really caring and very grounded, and they have a very dominant fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius.
The fire signs are coming through for the new year. They're making their way.
Wow. Yeah, beautiful, wow. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my God, I love this. And also, Portia, fuck that other guy with the baby. Good luck to him and his new family. Goodbye. You deserve better. Sorry, Moonlight. I know you're so sweet. I love your voice. You have the sweetest, you just so kind. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna come on here and curse up a storm and scare Moonlight off.
Don't worry. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. It's fine.
Oh God, I need a class. Do you have where do you teach? I need to know.
Oh, on YouTube. Literally, there is actually. Do you know what? My most viewed video on YouTube is how to learn tarot, and
really?
that is how people can learn if they wanted to. Yep, on Moonlight Guidance on YouTube.
Wow. Well, honestly, I probably will just come back to you if I need anything. But it is nice to know. I like knowing things. So knowing what the cards mean, I think is cool. Someone said, what I want to know from Moonlight Guidance is, I'm in a 4-year relationship now, and I'm not happy anymore, but I'm afraid to take a break. What should I do? Will there be a new man coming into my life? I'm Lisa, and I'm a Scorpio.
All right, Lisa, let's have a look and see. We've got some very strong relationship cards, that is for sure. So we have the Six of Cups, we have the Empress, ruled by Venus, and we've also got the Four of Wands. Now, all three of them are very strong relationship cards. And what I will say to you is that you will be, if you were to, first of all, I think you deserve a lot better than the situation that you are currently in, but it takes a lot of strength to be by yourself. That is going to be something that you will struggle with for a period of time. But once you get to a place where you are so happy within yourself and you don't need, of course, it's nice to have a companion in life and, to have love in your life. But when you are, scared, you're in a relationship or a situation that's not so great, but then you're scared to leave it because you don't want to be alone. What actually ends up happening is that, you get stuck in a sort of a cycle. And what is best here in this situation is that being by yourself for some time, you will find it hard, but in time you will find a version of yourself that is just so incredibly high vibrational. And that version of yourself is going to be an outgrown version of the person that you are with, but it is going to attract someone that is much more for your highest good. This person is going to be much more of a family person. This person is going to be much more loving, much more caring, much more attentive. They're going to pay attention to the things that you want, the things that you like, the things that you care about, your family. They are going to be much more mature and the kind of person I'm sure that you actually want. But in order to get there, you will have to spend some time by yourself and healing and taking care of yourself, which I know can sound scary to be by yourself for a while, but trust me, finding yourself and loving yourself is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself, because at the end of the day, you are you, and you know more than anyone else what you deserve. And trust me, you will get what you deserve. Just takes a little bit more of getting back to yourself, which is not a bad thing at all, actually. So that is what we have. I genuinely believe that there is much better out there for you, and you will get there for sure. Don't be scared of being by yourself for a period of time.
Moonlight, you need a podcast, because I just want to hear you tell me that all the time. And I'm in a relationship now because of you. But that is so true. And I think, I'm sure you get tons of people who ask, what percentage would you say of people who reach out to you for readings come to you for relationship advice or relationship readings?
You know what? I'd probably say it's like 70%, because I would say the other 30% is things to do with career, money, family issues, or just, travel, and then kind of more other just questions that they could have. But a huge portion is to do with love. But it's interesting because a lot of people come to me for healing advice, and also advice in regards to their life purpose and what they can do better as well. A lot of people actually assume that like 99% of it must be love, but it's actually a lot lower, which is quite interesting. But yeah,
patience is the hardest part, I feel like, for everyone, because everyone's like, when am I going to meet my person? I'm ready to meet my person.
What's really important that I actually have to tell you is that the reason why things happened for you in your life was because you actually worked with the law of attraction, and you were not sitting there desperately waiting for your man. You were not doing that. You were getting on with your life. You were getting on with your dreams. You were focusing on yourself. At moments, you were probably skeptical about whether this person was going to come in, but you were not sitting every single day expending all of that energy wondering if he was going to come, because that becomes attachment, and it doesn't work with the law of attraction, which you were actually behind the scenes working with the law of attraction, which is why your man came in. So part of it is patience, but part of it is also making sure that you're not waiting. You're getting on with other areas and things in your life. And that is really what allows detachment to happen, which again is a key to the law of attraction, so that your person can come through.
So I thank you for everything that you do. It is beautiful and incredible, and you have a serious gift. And I hope that you come back on the podcast. But in the meantime, in between time, if they want a reading from you, where can they find you?
So my website is shopmoonlightguidance.com, and it's the only place that you can purchase the readings from. I also have, of course, if you want to watch free readings, it's on Moonlight Guidance on YouTube, and Moonlight Guidance on TikTok, and moonlight.guidance on Instagram. But yes, if you wanted to purchase a reading, it's shopmoonlightguidance.com. And there's also intention items as well for various areas of your life.
Yes. And I feel like I know all of your intro when you say there's tassels and there's this and there's like I've watched so many videos.
And pom-poms and sage bundles and teas and hundreds of bracelets, which actually my mum hand makes those items as well. And she's like my biggest supporter. She's taught me so much. And my grandma also makes them as well. And again, she's super into astrology and everything. And it's so heartwarming as well.
I love that. I love that. It's a family affair. I love this. This is so great. Thank you so much for taking the time and sharing your gifts with us. I really appreciate it. Of course. Of course. I'm Kamie Crawford, host of the Relationship podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more videos, click below to subscribe and like this video for more Dear Media content. So shut up and listen.